On FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton. Welcome to All Things Rutherford, here 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton. Now here's your host, Todd and Tracy.
Just got the notification on my phone that WCAB is live, streaming on YouTube. And we're live here in the studio this morning in the Blue Room.
I'm glad we're live.
Todd and Tracy.
Todd and Tracy
morning show. The best morning show in all of Western North Carolina, bar none.
The best. You know,
the best.
I want to, before we get started with all of our craziness that we always do, I would like to take a moment to say something. This is on my heart.
Talk to us.
I challenge anybody through the day just to take a moment and say a prayer for Israel. Those people are hurting and they are absolutely broken. And I don't know, it was just on my heart this morning to have everybody just to pray for Israel, the situation that they're in.
I would never preach to you. That's not what I do. But if you don't believe that what's going on in Israel has any impact on the United States or the world, open your Bible and read.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 38 and 39.
We're
in the end time.
I'm going to preach. I don't care. We're walking in the last days,
That's
folks.
Right.
I mean, we're there. We've heard it all of our lives, and everybody thinks it's not going to come around. But it is. Examine your heart.
People got to wake up.
Wake up and see what's going on here, because it is happening.
Here's a conversation I had with a person who is an atheist, and I respect that. That's fine. I was like, let's say you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather be on the side that may be right.
Yeah.
Because if you're wrong, we know where you're going.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, let's say you are right. Okay, well, there's just nothing.
What have you lost?
I'm gone.
You hadn't lost nothing.
I mean, poof, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Good morning, Creighton. Oh, Lord, Creighton said preach. We can't do that. We wanted to preach, brother. We'd call you early this morning.
It's time to do it.
That's right.
It's time for all of us, everybody, to come together and preach to each
That's
other.
Right.
I mean,
tell everybody about the good news of, and I know a lot of people have. I've got some people in my family who ran from the church.
Yeah.
And I've told them. I said, look, the church didn't hurt you.
Yep.
People did.
That's right.
The church didn't hurt you. People did.
But I tell you, what's going on over in Israel right now is heartbreaking.
Oh, it's horrible.
It absolutely is unbelievable. It's unimaginable.
Yep.
That anyway.
And there was a time long ago when I went back to find God, and guess where he was?
Right there where he always was.
Right where I left him.
That's right.
He waiting on me. Okay. Deep breath. 4 minutes after 7 o'clock, we're broadcasting from the Isothermal Tower Complex, Building B. We're on the 82nd floor. You go down the hall, second door on the left. That's where you'll find us in the Blue Room. You could get with Ricardo. Ricardo's serving as doorman this morning because of rain.
Yeah,
it's raining
it
outside,
is raining.
by the way.
Wow, we needed this, actually.
Much needed rain falling across most of Rutherford County as far as I can see on my Doppler weather map there. It's 56 degrees outside. We're headed today to a high of around 77 degrees. Rain showers most of the day, showers into the night, scattered showers tomorrow. So, this is much needed rain, so you can't complain. You've had a long, long time of no rain.
Yes,
and
we've had
weather.
some beautiful, you have to have the rain to have the beautiful crisp days that we all love.
Sly checking in with us. Oh, I found out something about Sly. Oh, Sly got a birthday today.
Yes, Sly does. The big 6'1".
Big 6'1". I think he took the whole week off to celebrate.
I think he did. And Sly looks like he's 16. How do you do that?
How do you do that?
You never age.
Oh, it must be something in the water he's drinking or something. I don't know.
He's found the fountain of youth.
It's funny that I think it's humbling that Sly has taken this week off.
Yep. He says he's going to come hang out with us
Yeah,
Friday.
I mean, he essentially says, I'm taking a week off,
Yeah.
which means to me in my mind, I'm going to sleep late, I'm going to do what I want, but he still gets up in the morning
Yep.
and he listens to the Todd and Tracy Morning Show.
That's right. Thank you so
How about
much.
that, Sly? That's a dedicated listener right there.
It is.
We'll get some more people checking in on the YouTube this morning. We've got 4 viewers this morning. We had a high of 8
Yep.
last week, so we want to get them up into double digits. We
Yeah,
wanna get
let's
them
see
into-
if we can. Let's see if we can get 18.
Let's get them into triple digits. That's what we need. Tell all your friends that if you want to listen to some of the bantering that goes on around Rutherford County. I had a lady yesterday at the hospital. As soon as I got to work, I had an email.
Uh-huh.
I had a picture of a camel walking through an office, and it said, "What day is it? Hump day."
Oh,
She called me later on, and she works with the hospital system there, and she said every Wednesday she puts out different camels all around the
Oh.
office. So then I thought, well, how cool is that?
that is.
So she's keeping things fun and entertaining in the workplace, and I think that's what you should do. Absolutely.
I absolutely agree.
I
And
think
don't
so.
forget, tomorrow, me and Lou Gillum is going to be over at the Carolina Colors Quilt Festival, or Quilt Show, I'm sorry, over at Isothermal Community College. It's going to be from 10 to 12. Well, we'll be over there from 10 to 12. I think it actually goes to 5,
I
4.
think it lasts most of the day.
I think it does. But we're just going to be over there for 2 hours. And stop by. It's going to be located in the gymnasium. There'll be quilt judging going on. There will be vendors and a raffle baskets. And it's $5 admission, and all the proceeds go to the charity programs of Rutherford County. So stop in, and I think me and Lou's got some things we're going to give away too. Maybe some Christmas show tickets and a couple other things. So
Also, yesterday at the hospital during lunch, they had the sheriff's department had the pink car. The sheriff was there with the pink breast cancer awareness car.
I've seen that car.
I got to go out there and speak with the sheriff. We're actually going to get the sheriff set up and speak with him
we
once
sure
a
are.
month. He wants to do it once a month right now. I told him
Yep.
later on down the road, I want him to do it every week.
Right.
And he was like,
He might
you know,
be
I'm
too
not,
busy for
I'm not
that.
much of a talker.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on, Sheriff.
We'll
But,
teach him, won't we?
He got me to sign the car right above the
Oh.
passenger door on the top, Todd, WCAB and Rutherford
Really?
Regional. So he got a picture of me signing the car out there. And
How neat.
had a good conversation with Sheriff Ellenberg, and we
He's a
had a
good
time.
guy. He's a good old guy.
Let's get started with our Thursday morning call around report. We'll do
Yeah.
that after you hear
The
these
day
words
after Hump Day.
from Chronicles of the Old West.
Yeehaw.
I got it back on. Here we go.
Steve Long was a 6'6" Laramie, Wyoming lawman who didn't take guff off anyone. For instance, on October 22, 1867, 4 cowboys decided to rouse some greenhorns from Illinois. But the greenhorns weren't intimidated, and they tied into the cowboys. Deputy Marshal Long arrived and commanded the brawlers to stop. When they wouldn't, Long pulled his pistols and proceeded to shoot them. 3 of the Illinois men and 2 cowboys ended up dead. But that's nothing compared to what happened 2 months later. 2 prospectors in the Baby Doll Saloon were arguing over who was to buy the next round of drinks. Deputy Long showed up and told them to stop. One of the prospectors told the deputy to mind his own business. Long again pulled his pistols and started shooting. When the smoke cleared, not only were the 2 prospectors dead, but 2 innocent bystanders were also shot. The people of Laramie were willing to tolerate Steve Long's methods because they did result in a quieter town. What the people of Laramie didn't know was that Deputy Long was working on the side as a robber. It caught up with him a year later. He tried to ambush a prospector. In the process, Long was shot in the shoulder. He managed to make it back to town and went to his fiancee's house. She patched him up, and then she went to the head of the local vigilante committee and told him about what happened. The next day, October 18, 1868, Deputy Sheriff Steve Long was found dead hanging from a tree. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
10 minutes after 7 o'clock. As soon as I said that once again, it switches to 11 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Thursday morning. You never know. You have to keep track of that because people say, You said that it was 10 after 7 when it was actually 11 after 7. They'll call and they'll give you down the road for that. I mean, you can't give dates wrong or nothing like that. It's just the way it is. Going first to the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department with us is none other than Sergeant McComas himself. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great today.
Just want you to know that we here at WCAB, I got to speak with the sheriff yesterday, and I told him that we wholeheartedly supported the Sheriff's Department. I know Jim was real big in with Chris Francis supporting the Sheriff's Department, and that has not changed with the new owners. We are more community-oriented than ever.
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
we look forward to getting we're going to be talking with the sheriff once a month, get an update on things. So we need to talk with Sergeant McComas once a month.
I know.
'Cause he's the one that opened the app there. Sergeant McComas done something else. Done run somebody down. So
yeah, absolutely.
we know you got a great support staff and a lot of help there, but we do appreciate everything you guys do, and we will continue to do that in the future.
Yep, absolutely.
Sergeant McComas, what do you have for us this morning?
All right, so to start out with, we have multiple break-in enterings of vehicles to report. Again, I know for those people that are following our Facebook, you can see that we're looking for information on that, as well as just warning the public. Even though your vehicle is in your driveway, please lock your vehicles. Every vehicle that's been broken into was unlocked at the time. So just remember, lock your doors. You shouldn't have to at your house, but unfortunately, everybody don't agree with that. So multiple break-ins over off 221 South towards Toms Lake Road. We had one on Brookmont Avenue, broke into a vehicle. Just some minor stuff was taken out. DeWitt Owens Road, broke into a vehicle. Some paperwork was taken out of that. And over off Old Stonecutter, broke into a vehicle there. So we also got Michael Fortune reported a felony larceny at his house. He had multiple items taken, with everything between four-wheelers and chainsaws to speaker box. Don Aries reported that larceny happened at his house. There was some just miscellaneous items taken out of there, furniture items. And as far as arrests go, Chuck Cogdell was arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor. He got a secured $1,000 bond, and Justin Roper was arrested for larceny of a chosen action, which is basically a check, uttering a forged instrument, which is the check, and obtaining property of a false pretense. And he had no bond at this time. And let me get those arrests for you real quick. Hold on 1 second. So we had 7 arrests and total of 176 at the jail, and that's all we got for today.
Sergeant McComas, thank you so much for that. I hope you have a wonderful day. Most of all, be safe.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks.
Have
Bye-bye.
a good one.
Sergeant McComas with that report from the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. Let's know what's happening in the world of crime fighting. We're going to check in with 911 Communications Center after you hear this.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Good morning. 15 minutes after 7 o'clock, going over to the 911 Communications Center. With us is Jennifer. Jennifer, good morning. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. What do you have on the report for us this morning?
Okay. In the past 24 hours, the 911 Rutherford County Communications has processed the past 24 hours, we've processed 321 911 and administrative calls, which consisted of 113 for the Sheriff's Office, 40 for EMS, 60 for Forest City, 30 for Rutherfordton, 2 for Lake Lure, 46 for Spindale. Lake Lure Fire Department had a vehicle fire assisted by Chimney Rock, and Forest City had a fire alarm and a motor vehicle crash, and that's it.
Jennifer, thanks so much for the report and have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Jennifer with that report from the 911 Communications Center. Just a reminder that the 911 Communications Center report and the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department report being brought to you by the folks over at Jay's Discount. Let's see if we can catch up with Rick Hauser a little later on this morning. Talk with him about Jay's and everything going on over that way. Washburn's General Store, let me tell you about that first.
We'll go right ahead.
Your historic headquarters for Rutherford County since 1831.
That
That's
goes back quite a ways.
And I don't do math well.
I just like walking through
That's a
the
long
store.
time.
Just to know you're walking in a 1831-year-old store.
Since 1831, the Washburn family has been the place for just about everything. Check out those bird houses with Bible verses on them. They make great Christmas gifts. Corinthian bell wind chimes, the old-fashioned board games, Amish popcorn, and the new shaken pop popcorn. Got the long handles for when you're sitting around a campfire in the evenings, or got you a little fire going on. You can hold that big long handle out there and have you some fresh
And now's the time to this
popcorn.
good cool weather.
Yeah. They carry pointer overalls, straw hats, and those Troutman rockers, all sizes, all colors. Be sure and grab a delicious Washburn sandwich with fresh sliced meat. Hoop cheese, now, is that old-fashioned enough for you? Certainly is for me. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 until 4:30. Saturday, 9:30 until 3. Closed Wednesday and Sunday. Stopping until and Catherine, Casey, Rita, or Debbie, that Todd and Tracy sent you in. Go see Washburn Store. I had to get Creighton on the phone a little early when I did Washburn Store because I knew, boy, he was just itching. He was listening early about us talking about Israel, and his old ears started perking up, and his old vocal cords started getting in tune. And boy, he thought he was going to hit the pulpit. But we got to do it. We got to do the report. Brother Creighton, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are y'all today?
Doing good. How are you?
I'll tell you a funny story about my grandfather. My grandfather could fall asleep in church and tell you everything the preacher spoke about. So when the preacher hit the pulpit, he'd start dozing off.
Yeah.
Well, they had a camp meeting over there at Holly Springs one night, and they set up the tent. So my granddaddy worked all day, so he went over there in the front row and he sat down. Well, when he sit down and get comfortable, well, he dozed off a little bit, and old visiting preacher said, "Hey, brother, is that man over there all right?" And old Marion Duncan, you remember him?
Yes, I sure do.
Old Marion Duncan said, "Yeah, he just thought you was going to preach."
Amen to that.
If you do not believe that my grandfather could fall asleep in church and listen and know every word the preacher says, you ask David Roach. David Roach will tell you the truth, the God's honest truth. Creighton, brother, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing pretty good. How about y'all?
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
Good. That calculation you was looking for Washburn's 1831, that was 192 years ago.
Wow.
That's a long time.
That is a long, long time.
That is true. And today, matter of fact, while we're on that, 153 years ago, my eighth cousin, General Robert E. Lee, he passed away in Lexington, Virginia. And you talk about a man who could bring people together. General Lee brought people north and south together, especially after those trying years of the war between the states. And speaking of that, it is the 285th day of the year, guys, and we only got 80 days left, so we can make that trip around the world in 80 days, I suppose. It is National Farmers Day, so if you see a farmer, you know a farmer, thank them for all that they do. And on the food end, on the culinary delights, if you're getting down toward the south, like old Justin Wilson, guarantee, is National Gumbo Day. And that makes my mouth water some.
Now that is some more good all day.
Oh yes, indeed. And to echo what y'all were talking about, Israel. Psalm 122 verse 6, it says, "Pray for the peace of Jerusalem; they shall prosper that love thee." So let us do that, indeed. I heartily say amen to that. Meanwhile, Chief Bailey says it's been all quiet in the SDO Fire District since Tuesday, so praise the Lord for that. No birthdays to report. We do want to remind folks, if you live over towards the Washburn store, go down that little old road right there beside them, and you'll be heading out over eventually to Walls Baptist Church. And over out there on W.E. Paget Road at 450 W.E. Paget Road in Ballstick, you'll run into Hollis Masonic Lodge. Tonight they are having their fish fry. Brother David Philbeck is a wonderful cook. Him and his wife, they always do a great job. Tonight they're going to be having that fish fry at 6 o'clock, and it'll be $10 a plate. I assure you, you will not go wrong if you head over there and eat some of that good old fish and them hush puppies, homemade. I'm already getting hungry. Gumbo fish, oh my goodness. Harris Elementary School, folks, don't forget tomorrow your fall school pictures will be being taken at the Harris Elementary School. Tracy's already mentioned the Carolina Colors Quilt Show, held at ICC tomorrow, October 13th to the 14th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Go over there and shake their hands and say howdy to them. Daniel Chime Baptist Church be having our fall festival October 14th. That's this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Holly Springs having revival October 15th to the 18th. Preacher Tom Gillum doing the preaching. Sunday morning, 10:45 service. Sunday evening, 6 p.m. service. Monday through Wednesday, 7 p.m. nightly. Blood drive for Habitat for Humanity located at 269 West Main Street on Halloween, 1 to 6. And praise the Lord, we got some of that wet stuff, guys. I woke up this morning around 3 and I heard it pitter-pattering, and I just started praising the Lord. Thank you, Lord. So our high is scheduled in the SDO Fire District to be a high of 73, and the chance of rain today is 100%. It'll become partly cloudy after some morning light rain, they say. Sunrise is at 7:31, sunset 6:56. The days are getting shorter, guys. The moon is still the waning crescent right now, almost heading over to that new moon coming up on October 14th. And today, the signs are in the bowels, and that means these are still flowering days. So be sure to plant those fall flowers and no veggies. And guys, that's about all I got to report, and it's a joy talking to my buddies Todd and Tracy. Thank y'all for everything that y'all do.
We appreciate it, Creighton. I was looking
Thank you,
ahead to
Creighton.
Saturday. We got a 50% chance of rain. Have we got any secondary ideas just in case it's raining too much for the fall festival?
Oh, there's so many things going on the 14th.
Oh my goodness!
We can definitely have a rain date on that for sure.
Maybe the rain will hold off
I
on
know
us just a little
Bostic is
bit.
having theirs too,
Yep.
that Bostic blast.
Oh well, we just got to go with what's given to us,
Yeah.
so we'll make
That's
it
right.
we'll make it
The
work.
Lord knows what's best.
That's right. Creighton, we appreciate the report. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. Y'all
Thanks.
too.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Creighton.
Creighton, with that report from the SDO Fire District, we're going to move over to the Chimney Rock Fire District. Chris Melton next.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
24 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Thursday morning. Alan Tony checking in with us on the YouTube this morning. Good morning, Alan.
Good morning,
Hope you're
Alan.
having a wonderful day. He sent me a
And
list.
Alice. And Alice.
He sent me a list of all the phoenixes yesterday. I was wondering if
Yes, he
Phoenix was
did.
the only one. He sent me like 75 phoenixes. So,
Thank you so much.
Alan, quick on the Google. I
Yes,
see.
Alan is.
Alan, appreciate that, sir. Thank you so much. Chris Melton with us this morning. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Great. How are y'all doing this
Doing
morning?
Doing good.
Good. I guess
On
it's
this
raining up
soggy
your
morning.
way.
It sure is, and it is a blessing. We need
That's
it.
exactly right.
It's dry.
What do you have
Pretty
for us
dry.
this morning, Chris?
Well, not a whole lot, but gearing up for fire prevention at the Lake Lure Classical Academy. But yesterday, Chimney Rock and Lake Lure responded to a car fire, and Lake Lure responded to a medical call. And that's it on the call report. It's a good day.
All right, Chris, we appreciate it. You keep it quiet up that way, and we'll check in with you again tomorrow.
All right, have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Chris Melton with a report from the Chimney Rock Fire District. We're going to check in with our good friend Steve Ernest after this.
It's a family tradition, caring for your family at a time of sorrow and need. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, owned and operated by the Crow family, has been a part of our community for over 65 years. They've been recognized for the highest level of professional service. Crow's pinpoints every service detail to ensure your family has the best service possible. Any questions, call the staff at Crow's 286-2304. They'll be happy to speak with you about pre-funeral needs as well. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, 118 College Avenue, Rutherford, or visit them at www.crowmortuary.com.
25 minutes after 7, 7:25, could be 35 minutes before 8 o'clock. Still same time, it don't matter. Same time, same place.
That's
Steve
right.
Ernest, good morning. Over in the Tryon Equestrian Center, International Equestrian Center.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Good
Yes,
morning,
sir.
Steve.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's also it's becoming. I can't see you guys like I normally can. It's getting darker.
Yeah, it is.
We have to work our way through that.
Pretty dark out there this morning with the cloud cover and the rain
Yeah.
and.
We need the rain, but it's not good to travel this morning with all the rain that we've had. So I'm sure the roads are real slick this morning. So be careful out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Be careful.
Yes, indeed. We certainly got. This is probably. You maybe heard me say this before. This week after the rodeo, we got double the amount of the high-value horses that we've ever had on property, and we got a big event in that line coming up. And by late this afternoon, we got some live entertainment on the Legends Gazebo. Friday night, we have the Reedy River String Band, and they were one of the top performers at the Bluegrass Festival. So, along with the oyster roast, so that'll be a great entertainment. Come on out. It's free, no parking fees, no entrance fees. So enjoy all those activities. And, of course, tomorrow at 5 p.m., we got a lot of activities planned. And to get there before 4, no parking fees. But on top of that, if it's not raining, we got the bounce houses for the kids and the base painting, pony rides, and a lot more entertainment with the bubble makers and the clowns and stuff. So it's going to be a high-dollar event beginning at 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. Saturday evening. It's $146 prize. And then we have a show Sunday that's going to be a pretty high value event. It's $25,000 grand prize. So, goodness, we got just tons of entertainment this weekend, and we look forward to seeing everybody come out and enjoying the festivities.
Well, all right, Steve, we appreciate that information, and we'll let you get back to work there, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
You have a wonderful day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, bye-bye.
Steve Ernest with that report from the Tryon International Equestrian Center. Cutting out a little bit there, but we could still understand most of what he was saying. We got the gist of it. I thought he said high-diving horses. That's not what he said.
I think you were saying high
He said
dollar.
high-dollar horses.
Yeah.
I was thinking, if you have more than one high-diving horse, that's an event. I don't think they do diving over there with the horses.
Think so.
I wouldn't think so.
I don't think they have
anyway.
diving boards.
Good morning, Jonna Prescott checking in this morning. Good Thursday morning
Jonna.
to you. Hope you have a good one today. And most of all, enjoy your Thursday morning with us right here. The Todd and Tracy Morning Show. We're going to continue our call around report. Check in with DeVern Upton next.
Start your day at the drop-in food store nearest you. How about a hot sausage biscuit only at $1.99? Drop-in food stores are always finding ways to help our customers for the past 42 years. Drop-in food store is your hometown convenience store since 1981. Come on, drop in.
DeVern Upton with us live in living color from the Ballstick Fire District. DeVern, good morning. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, Tracy.
You got a busy Saturday coming up, don't you?
Yes, and I hope to see you all there.
Yeah, I'm hoping to try to be there. I got a big family reunion that day. I'll try to be
You
there.
drop in for a minute.
Yes.
And you have to hunt me up.
All right, DeVern, what do you have for us this morning?
Well, we have a temperature of 58 degrees here in Boston with some rain, which we needed it very much. Fire department had no calls. Food boxes will be given out at Washburn's Outreach from 9 to 1 there off of Pony Church Road. And the thrift store will also be open from 9 to 1. Go by, you can get you some good bargains there. Saturday, October the 14th, Fall Bostic Blast, 10 to 2 at the park there in Bostic. Music, food, and vendors. And we have one birthday, Pat Downey. We want to wish her a happy birthday Don't forget to stop in to drop in here on Bostic Sunshine Highway and check their deli and meat department out, and they got lots of items in there. And hope everyone has a wonderful Thursday.
DeVern, thanks so much. Have a good Thursday, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Thank you, DeVern. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
DeVern Upton from the Bostic Fire District. We'll check in with good friend Robbie Samuel up in Mount Vernon after this.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
7:32 on this Thursday morning. Robbie Samuel with us from the Mount Vernon Fire District. Good morning, Robbie. How are you?
I'm doing good. I hope y'all are this morning.
We are. Absolutely. This good old rainy morning.
It sure is. Like Creighton said, I heard it about 3 this morning, and I thought, man, it's finally set in. It was just one of them good rains. It wasn't no downpour or nothing.
Yep.
That's kind of what we've been needing.
I know. I don't like the downpours. Ugh.
No, me neither.
That's miserable.
They make a mess.
Yeah, they do. It messes up my natural curly hair. Remember who used to say that? Sally on Charlie Brown. She said, mess up my natural curly hair.
Oh, Charlie Brown, that's a good show.
Yes,
I
sure
remember.
was.
I love those cartoons. Glad Sly's having a good birthday. I hope he enjoys his day as well.
I know it. He's a
I
good
heard y'all
old
say
fella.
that this morning. Yeah, I tell you what, I have to agree with you. He's aged well. 'Cause I guess
He don't look
61.
61, does he?
No, he don't.
Wow.
So, you got that going for you, Sly. I don't know what else you got going for you, but you got that going for you.
You got time on your side.
That's right. That's exactly right. But other than that, I guess we'll see how the day goes. Hopefully it's going to be a good day for everybody. But with the fire department, Hubbo didn't turn a wheel, and Rutherford, we stayed fairly steady with some of the medical calls. But other than that, that's all we've got to report on the fire department side. Everything's just kind of calm and cool. So, and then, of course, now we got the rain, so that's going to help slow down some of the small brush fires other fire departments has had. And so that'll be good. And I know at the end of the month, and we'll talk more about it too, speaking of the town, they are going to do a trick-or-treat on Main Street from 4 to 6, and that's actually going to be on Halloween. So October the 31st from 4 to 6 will be downtown trick-or-treat. So hopefully folks can come out for that. And also the Trinity School Festival will be a week from tomorrow, which will be October the 20th from 5:30 to 7:30. Go out for their fall fest, so that'll be fun too. I'm sure they'll have a lot of fun stuff going on at the school. But that's all I really got to report on the town side of things. But in the fire department, I hope everybody has a good day. You have to tell Aaron Ellenberg, tell him, say, you're the sheriff now, you're going to have to talk more. You might not be a talker, but you'll have to start talking more if you're going to be in the politics now.
I told him that yesterday. I was like, look, you're an elected official. You kind of got to get away from that not wanting to talk.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And I know, just here in the community, and I'm not saying this toward Aaron, but I know just in the community, a lot of folks love to listen to Chris Francis on his Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, Just kind of put his voice back out there for everybody to hear as well. So.
Yeah, I'd love for Aaron to do the report. Like Sheriff did, but I can understand that as well, But hopefully get him in here and just have a little chat with the sheriff and catch up on things in and around Rutherford County, find out what's going on, what's happened, what's been happening, and just getting a general update on the sheriff's department.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
That'd be a good thing. Let everybody hear the voice. It makes things easier too when he gets out and about too in public and kind of get to know him a little better, along with a lot of the other folks too. But
yep, you're right. You're so right. Maybe you can be his spokesperson and just speak for him.
I could if he wanted me to. We could definitely do that.
You'd be his liaison.
Well, there you go.
That'll give you a good big title that don't mean anything.
That's exactly right. But it sounds good.
That's right. We could call you Sir Robbie of the Lofty Titles.
Yeah.
Sir
there
Robbie.
You go.
I like that. Sir Robbie. We're going to start calling you Sir Robbie.
Oh, that'd be all right, too. It just kind of flows, don't it?
That's right. That's right. Well, Robbie, I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Stay dry, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Well, sounds good, and y'all do as well.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Robbie Samuel with the report from the Mount Vernon Fire District. We're going to check in with Sue Price after this.
Jim, have you seen Henson Building Materials' newly remodeled showroom? It's gorgeous.
You mean where they have a full line of hardware and building materials for homeowners and home builders?
I mean where Jamie, Terry, and Tony, their friendly staff, treat me like family. Oh, they're so nice.
Hey, are they taking COVID precautions and have curbside service?
Of course. They're so thoughtful.
I do need some materials, but I don't think they'll fit in our car.
Oh, silly. They have professional delivery so we can get whatever I want.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street in Forest City.
Building starts here.
7:37 on this Thursday morning. Sue Price with us this morning. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning.
No, it's Runaround Sue, ain't it?
Oh, no, not Sue.
Runaround. I mean, that's the song.
Yeah. But she's sweet. Well, I like Sweet Sue.
But,
Sweet Sue.
Bum, bum, bum. We can make
y'all
it
having
into
too
a song.
much fun this morning. I appreciated your mentioning Israel.
Oh, yeah.
So sad.
That was on my heart this morning.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it just, I tell you, it's devastating over there. And it's so heartbreaking. It's just unimaginable what those poor people are going through right now. I mean, oh, and I know I'm not going to talk about it, but I know everybody's heard of everything that's going on over there. It's
Lord,
just unbelievable.
Yep, it's a sad thing.
Yeah. Just pure evil's what it is.
I have on my church calendar today a birthday for Richard Price and Robert Palmer. So, and of course, Richard's on my personal calendar. Always. My little Eddie. So, let's see.
Happy birthday, Richard.
Did you say today was Richard's birthday?
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Richard.
Yeah, it is.
Have a piece of cake for me.
And on Fairview's calendar, they've got Rick Roy and Richard Price. So we hope those will have a good day. Nothing on First Broads today. So not too many celebrating, but we hope anybody's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day on their special day and enjoy it. And we have to be thankful for today because we've got some rain finally. On my announcements, the Big Springs Baptist Church annual Brotherhood Fish Fry, Saturday, October 14th. Dinner serving from 4 to 7 p.m. Donations only. Proceeds go to the Brotherhood Local Benevolence Fund. So come on out and enjoy a good fish fry there at Big Springs Church. They always have a good supper. And so far, I don't have any other announcements that I know of. It's just quiet and calm over here. Looking for a good day, and I hope y'all have one.
Thanks, Sue. You do as well.
Thank
Have a
you.
great Thursday, and we'll catch you on Friday.
And happy special birthday to you there,
That's right.
Richard.
Thanks. Have a happy birthday, Richard. Thanks, Sue.
Bye-bye.
Sue Price with that report from the Sunshine Fire District. We'll check in with Tina White. We'll do that after this.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush, brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherford.
20 minutes until 8 o'clock or 7:40. Tina White with us from the Shingle Hollow Fire District. Lord have, it's going to be one of them days, I can tell. Tina, good morning.
Good morning from rainy Shingle Hollow. It's my kind of morning. I'm happy, happy, happy.
That's right.
Love this rain. I was like everyone else. When I heard it about 3 o'clock this morning, I was praising God. I was so happy. We need it.
This is your favorite kind of weather, ain't it, girl?
This is it, Tracy. This is it. I love it. Well, here in Shingle Hollow, it's 57 degrees. The fire department was all quiet. Didn't have any calls yesterday.
Where we at?
There's no birthdays, no anniversaries for today. I love the Western music. That's a good introduction for me and an interruption.
There you go.
I love that too.
Well, this Saturday, Maple Creek Church is having their barbecue dinner from 4 to 7, so they're inviting everyone out to that. The tent revival is still going on at Shingle Hollow Fire Department. Tonight, tomorrow night is the last night. So it's a youth tent revival. So far, I think they've had 11 saved or rededicated their lives. So, go out and worship with them.
That's awesome.
Youth tent revival.
Absolutely
is. It is at Shingle Hollow Fire Department, 7 o'clock tonight, tomorrow night. Monday, Shingle Hollow Fire Department is having a community-wide meeting at the White House Community Center. It begins at 7 p.m. Everybody's been hearing about this, and I hope they're all planning on being there to discuss ways to decrease their homeowners and property insurances and to see what else the fire department may have in mind to talk with us about. And the 29th is Trick or Treat at Piney Knob Baptist Church from 3 to 5. Bring all your children out to that. And then, of course, the fire department is having their trick or treating Halloween night from 5 to 8. Oh, I have enjoyed the show this morning. I've just enjoyed listening to everyone. You were talking about Sheriff Aaron Ellenberg. We know that he is a man of action and wants us to see his actions, but it would be nice to hear his words too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of what he said. He said, I'm more of a doer. And I was like, well, we understand that, but people would also like to hear you.
And it gives them a chance to ask questions, if they've got concerns about anything too. So, but we'll get him set up.
Personally, I did home health nursing for many years, and patients who were truly homebound and listening to the radio and being a part of this community call, they felt more involved in their community and could hear. I mean, it's such a positive thing.
It is.
And they enjoyed listening to the sheriff too. So if he's listening this morning, maybe we could get a petition signing to everybody that wants to hear him, because there's a lot of people that do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be texting with him throughout the day today and get a good day. We can get that started, and just let him roll with it.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. But I do understand his point of view as well.
That's right.
I hope y'all have a wonderful rainy day. Stay safe out there. Slow down. Turn your headlights on. And God bless you all. And remember to pray for Israel.
Thanks, Tina. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Tina White with that report from the Shingle Hollow Fire District. We're going to check in with Brenda Kelly. We'll do the next.
Wayne's Lunchbox can satisfy the pickiest of eaters at lunch or dinner or supper, whatever you want to call it. You can enjoy salads, sandwiches, a limited meat and veggie menu at lunchtime, and then for supper, your choice of a meat and vegetables. Call on Wayne's for any catering event that you may have, offering catering service, so stop by 391 East Main Street in Spindale. Call 828-395-2225. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 until 2, for supper, 3 until 7.
Brenda Kelly live from the Union Mills Fire District up in the rainy area of Union Mills. Out in the woods, she can hear the rain falling on her tin roof, puts her right back to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Brenda, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I don't know if you actually got a tin roof, but I always like the sound
I've got a tin roof on the back porch.
I like the sound of a rain on a tin roof.
I do, too. I bet Big Dog's laying there right beside of you, isn't he?
No, Big Dog's out in the lot. Little Blue and Izzy's on the inside.
Okay.
A Big Dog's my guard dog outside.
I gotcha.
So if there's a big dog, is there a medium dog and a little dog, and then Little Blue, is there a Big Blue?
Little Blue's a little beagle.
Okay.
And Big Dog ain't big no more. He's the middle size now because Izzy's done outgrown him.
Oh, you're going to have to rename him Medium Dog.
I love the way you name your animals. It just tickles me to death.
And so, but that's all right. He's my guard dog outside. Actually, his name is Remington. I ain't never called him Remington. I've always called him Big Dog because he was bigger than the biggest dog I'd ever had. So.
Well, don't change it. Big Dog. Yeah, he's more of a big dog than a Remington.
Yeah. So, but he anxious to either one. But I was glad you mentioned Israel this morning. I've been praying for him ever since that happened. But
that's devastation,
just
isn't it?
These people that's doing all that they need to know that that's God's chosen people, and you can't fight God and win. No, and there's going to always be a remnant left there.
That's exactly right.
Those people are on a whole different wavelength than we are.
I wouldn't want to be them. No.
But we've read the back of the book, and we sure know who wins, don't we?
That's exactly right. And it ain't them.
No, it sure ain't. as hard as they try.
Side. I'm on the winning side.
Me too, girl.
And you said it was Sly's birthday?
Yep.
Well, happy birthday, Sly. May this be the best one you've ever had. And let's see, I've got 54 degrees on the front porch. Birthdays today. My sister Martha Johnson and Richard Price. So we hope they have great old big days on their special day. And in ways of announcement, we've got Trunk or Treat, Far City Church of the Nazarene. This will be at 728 Hardin Road, church parking lot. Saturday, October the 28th, starts at 5 p.m. We'll have s'mores and hot chocolate at the fire pit. And then on the 24th of the month, we'll have lunch at the Union Mills Clubhouse. That'll be at 12 noon. Come bring a covered dish and enjoy the meal, and they'll have a meeting afterwards. And on the 31st, they're going to have trick or treat, and they're going to have a hot dog supper. That starts at 5 p.m. And so far, that's all I know of going on.
All right, Brenda, thanks so much. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Did you get to meet Sly that day you were up at the remote?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I couldn't.
He don't look no 61.
He doesn't, does he?
No, I need to know what his secret is, because my next birthday, I'll be 80, and I look like a dried prune.
You do not.
Well, when I look in the mirror, that's what I think about.
I'll give you.
You're a mess.
I'll give you my skincare regimen. I'm only 22. So.
Okay, I'll go for it. But y'all better get on down to Ellenborough and see how Luther Sweet Thing's doing.
You
Thanks,
take
Brenda.
care, Brenda.
Okay, catch you later.
Brenda Kelly, who does not look like a dried prune.
She does not.
Heading on down to Ellenborough, Luther Gillikin, and find out what Luther's got going on this morning. After you hear this, let's see if I can find something right here. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Vivica Fox. Every year, millions of animals lose their homes and end up in shelters. Learn how to help animals in need of rescue and adoption at AmericanHumane.org and be a hero to our best friends in their worst times.
Going down to Ellenborough and see if we can get a hold of Luther Gillikin this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Luther. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. Having a good time. You ought to be here.
Yeah, I wish I was. Place to be. Ellenborough, raining. Ain't got nothing else to do. Might as well have a biscuit and have a cup of coffee and watch it rain.
A good way to start the day.
That's right. What you got for us this morning, Luther?
Not a whole lot happened down here. Just a little bit of rain going on. Fire department only had one medical call yesterday. Other than that, they were quiet all night last night. Everybody got to sleep. So they just sitting around drinking coffee this morning, Jim. You two have a great day up there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, Luther. Have a good day.
Well, take care now.
Bye-bye. Luther Gillikin with that report from the Ellenborough Fire District, letting us know what's happening down in Ellenborough. Well, folks, Granny B's is the place to get those delicious donuts, those delicious pedophores, located 322 West Main Street right there in Spindale. Granny Please is the place to go. They are our birthday sponsor for this morning. You can stop by and get some of those fresh, delicious donuts, the orange twist, the cream-filled donuts, or you can get some of those pedophores. Those are always delicious. We're going to give away a box of those pedophores coming up in just a moment to our birthday winner. But I want you to stop by Granny's. You can go by there for lunch. You can get a salad. You can get a sub sandwich. Whatever you get at Granny's will be good, I promise. Go by and see them. 322 West Main Street in Spindale. If you're celebrating a birthday today or an anniversary, give me a call, 287-3356. We'll have a party in your honor and give away a box of those Pettifours after this.
Disasters are by definition, well, disastrous. But in the case of Randy, a disaster was just what God used to get this middle-aged man's attention. While Randy attended church all of his life, few would have described him as involved. Friendly, yes. Using his spiritual gifts, no. Then one day it happened. After a flood devastated a town in Kentucky, Randy and the newly formed disaster relief ministry team from Hope Missionary Church went to offer practical assistance, prayer, and encouragement to victims. This once vagabond Christian had a hammer in his hands and a spring in his step. He could use a hammer for ministry, and over time learned when to lay a hammer down and place his arm around a victim of a natural disaster and pray for them. Randy's eyes brightened and his heart was softened. Now Randy is leading disaster relief teams and is also providing oversight for Hope Church's 40,000 square foot expansion. He would say that he's making up for lost time. You may be wondering where you fit into the kingdom work. I encourage you to discover how God wants to use you. This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living. Scripts for these programs are sold in book form by calling toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS or visit our website at www.todayskey.net.
When you need to rent a piece of large equipment like a skid steer, a pickup truck, a passenger van, a cargo van, a box truck, a car trailer, enclosed trailer, or other various trailers, whatever size your hauling need is, call Rent-A-Heap Rentals today at 828-443-3833. They offer discounts for seniors, military, veterans, and public service. The hours are Monday through Friday, 8 until 5, Saturday and Sunday, 8 until 3. Remember, you pay for what you get, so it's always important to know what business you're dealing with. Rent-A-Heap Rentals is a locally owned family business right here in Rutherford County. They're located on Highway 64 at the corner of Hudlow Road in Rutherfordton. That's Rent-A-Heap Rentals. Go see them today. Happy birthday today to Wesleyan Dobbin, 6 years old, goes to Spindale School, so happy birthday, Wesleyan. Caden Green from Ellenboro, 16 years old, celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Caden. Today is also Richard Price's birthday over in the Sunshine Cherry Mountain Fire District. That's Sue's husband. Willie Chapman, he's 2 years old today. Sylvester Wright, there's our good buddy Sylvester Wright from Ellenboro, 61 years old today. Still don't think he's 61 years old. But anyway, birthdays and events from throughout history. On this day in 1935, a great singer, Luciano Pavarotti, was born.
Lou said she did not hear one birthday. We went off.
Still broadcast. Well, we're going out. Yeah, we're still there. Oh, now. All right, let's try this again. Wesleyan Dobbin, 6 years old, celebrating a birthday today from Spindale School. Attend Spindale School. Happy birthday, Wesleyan. In case you didn't hear this, I think we went off the air right there. Caden Green from Ellenboro, 16 years old. Richard Price celebrating a birthday today. Sue Price, his husband, over in the Sunshine Cherry Mountain Fire District. Willie Chapman, he's 2 years old today. And Sylvester Wright from Ellenboro, 61. I don't think he's 61, but okay, well, that's neither here nor there. Birthdays and events throughout history today. In 1935, a great singer, Luciano Pavarotti, was born. He passed away back in 2007. 1935, Sam Moore was born. Remember Sam and Dave? Soul Man.
Oh, yes, I do. I remember.
In 1945, wrestler, the Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, yeah.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. He passed away in 2015. One of my favorite wrestlers. In 1968, Hugh Jackman was born. He played Wolverine in some of the newer Marvel movies. I know him. 1970, Kirk Cameron. Remember him?
Oh,
Kirk
I sure
Cameron
do.
was born. In 1609, Three Blind Mice is published.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun,
Was Tom Green there?
Oh, he was. I think he
He
worked
wrote
at
it.
He worked at the publishing office that they signed the paperwork in.
Sorry, Tom.
1792, The first celebration of Columbus Day was held in the United States. Tom had to, I think he still got the little flyer from that. 1900, the first modern submarine is commissioned as the USS Holland. Now, Tom's cousin was on that USS Holland. In 1915, the 1 millionth Model T is manufactured. Tom was there for that celebration at the Model T plant in Detroit, Michigan. And in 1933, Alcatraz becomes a federal prison. Tom was a prison guard, was escorting some of the folks
as long as
out
he
there,
wasn't a
too.
prisoner.
No, he was just escorting. Today is
There you
National
go.
Farmers Day. Now, Tom, we're just kidding, buddy. We're just kidding. National Gumbo Day, National Savings Day, National Vermont Day. Have you ever heard the six degrees of separation, that you can connect yourself to every person in the world by 6 degrees?
I've not heard that.
Anyway, that's Tom Green. 6 degrees of Tom Green.
I
You
hear
can connect
you.
him to any point in time. I guarantee.
He's like one of the highwaymen. He just keeps coming back.
The winner of our pinafores this morning is Willie Chapman, 2 years old. So, Willie, drive yourself over to Granny B's and pick up those pinafores. No, have
Getting your walker and ride over.
Have your mom or dad take you. Mom works for 911 Communications, I believe, and Dad works for the Sheriff's Department.
Okay, cool.
Go over there and pick
Good
that
morning.
up. Rick Hauser with us this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Rick.
Good morning. How are y'all today?
Doing
Now,
good.
let me tell you,
Yes, tell us.
Karen, we got cakewalk coming up Saturday. So we need to make a bunch of cakes.
Yeah.
Basically. So I told Karen, I said, talk with Rick this morning. He's got some cold coming in. He said he thought maybe some cake layers is on there. Sure enough.
Oh.
Yeah, we got 12 of them bad boys.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna have cakes out the
Wing
wazoo
wing.
Saturday. Thanks to Jay's Discount
Awesome.
Discount Grocery.
Well, Jay's always comes through for you.
Yep, you always save you money and always making you happy, aren't we?
That's right. Always. So we got to go get us some icing for them.
Yeah, there you go. I guarantee he's got those too.
We got it whipped now. We on top of things.
Well, you'll be jumping around those chairs before long,
That's
won't you?
right, for long. Rick, tell us what's going on over that way.
Well, we're stocked up. Got plenty of frozen come in. Got always on Thursday we'll have a frozen and produce truck somewhere around lunch. So we'll be stocked up, rolling all day.
Oh, that sounds good. Always got the meat section back there. Always got the deli section you can take advantage of. The bread section, it's always, got dog food over there in the corner. Oh, my gosh, it's everything.
Yep.
Yep. The bread man came yesterday. We're stocked up on bread. Got plenty of bread. Even got the keto breads.
That's
got
right.
everything. It's all $1.
Oh, wow. Well, I need bread, so I'm going to be over there
Yeah,
after a while.
you better run over there.
I like to put bread in the freezer.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, it tastes just as good when you take it out. It's just as soft as it could.
Oh,
it was when you put it in.
Yeah.
Rick, tell the folks where they can find you at.
Over on Oak Street in Forest City, look for the big red J. Come back to the back, and you'll find us.
And you'll save money while you're there.
Save money.
Yes, sir.
That's
Rick,
what it's
thanks
all
so
about.
much for have a good Thursday, and we'll talk to you again on Tuesday of next week.
Yes, sir. Y'all come visit.
Thanks, Rick.
Take care, Rick.
Rick Hauser with Jay's Discount Grocery, the place to save money right here in Rutherford County on your grocery bill. Go in there. Hey, you'll save money because that's the name of the game, saving money. We're going to log off this morning. Hope y'all have a good day. I got to go to work at the hospital.
The hospital?
Find out what's been going on up there since I have left yesterday. Probably nothing, but it's okay. Folks, as we say around here, be good. Be good to each other. It'll all come back around to you, we promise. Have a good Thursday. We'll be back in here bright and early tomorrow morning. Stay tuned. Lou Gillum in the Blue Room coming up next.
Get the first weather forecast at 6:05 here on 100.9 FM 590 AM WCAB Rutherfordton.
Hey, this is Cameron coming to you from the WCAB Weather Room with your weather forecast. Today's been partly cloudy with isolated showers, the highs near 75. So mostly clear overnight with lows around 55. For Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy with scattered showers with highs near 75. You can expect showers likely in the overnight hours with mostly cloudy conditions with lows around 60. And for Saturday, it's going to be partly cloudy with showers likely with highs near 80. And that was your weather forecast here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
And currently under rainy skies, 56 degrees right now at WCAB. We'll take a look at local news right after this. WCAB hits the road again with another live broadcast remote. This Friday from 10 until noon, we'll be at Isothermal Community College at the Carolina Colors Quilt Show. Now, we'll be in the gymnasium, and there is a $5 admission fee. They'll have quilt judging, vendors, raffle baskets, and all proceeds go to the charity programs of Rutherford County. So join us this Friday at Isothermal Community College as we broadcast live from 10 until noon in the gymnasium at the Carolina Colors Quilt Show. Come see us. Well, as we told you yesterday, officers and detectives with the Forest City Police Department took Martise Sanford, 27 years of age, and Steve Gentry, 64 years of age, into custody for the 2019 murder of Robert Martin Blanton. The initial investigation began when officers with the Forest City Police Department responded to an apartment on Big Springs Avenue on April the 4th, 2019, regarding a health and welfare check for the resident who had not been seen for several days. When officers arrived at the scene at the apartment, they were unable to get any response from the occupant. The lack of response resulted in the officers forcing entry into the home. Upon entry of the apartment, Mr. Blanton was found deceased in the living room floor. The discovery of the victim prompted the officers to request medical personnel to respond to the apartment, and they confirmed the death. During the physical examination by the medical examiner's office, it was discovered that Mr. Blanton had suffered a gunshot wound to the chest. This discovery initiated a criminal investigation by the Forest City Police Department. The initial homicide investigation led to no immediate actionable information, and no immediate arrests were made. Since the time of the initial investigation, detectives have continued to follow up on investigative leads. Based upon these investigative efforts, information was developed and evidence was presented to the Rutherford County Grand Jury in October of this year. Following the presentation of that evidence, the Grand Jury returned true bills of indictment for Martise Taquan Sanford of Forest City for the offense of first-degree murder, Steve Gentry, also of Forest City, for the offense of aiding and abetting first-degree murder. Both Mr. Sanford and Mr. Gentry were taken into custody without incident and are currently being held at the Rutherford County Detention Center without bond. If anyone does have information regarding this investigation, they are asking that you contact the Forest City Police Department at 245-5555, or you can provide information to the department via their mobile citizens app. Well, on other local news, ground has been broken on the new operations center. The Rutherford County schools and county government leaders were thrilled as ground was broken yesterday afternoon for the new Rutherford County Schools Operations Center. The new facility is being constructed in Rutherfordton. This will be on the site of the former RS Central High School, most recently RS Middle School. It will include new construction for transportation department, repurposing other parts of the older campus for other departments. Chief Operating Officer Brad Teague went on to say, "Today is one of the happiest days of my career as the dream of a new Rutherford County Schools Operations Center will now become a reality." He went on to say, "I'm thankful to our county commissioners for funding this project through local capital improvement dollars and for understanding the need for this new facility. Our maintenance school health, school nutrition, technology, and transportation departments are vital to the safe and efficient operations of our schools each day." Now, county government is funding the project through a fund that is supported by local sales tax dollars, not, let me say that again, not local property taxes. Let me say that again. County government is funding the project through a fund that is supported by local sales tax dollars, not local property taxes. The project was originally funded at $15 million, but over the summer, the low bid was higher than expected, and county commissioners approved an additional funding amount of just over $1 million. The maintenance department will be in the repurposed former gym and classroom building. It will include new coolers, freezers, which will be utilized when there are power outages at a school. The classroom area will be used as office space. Well, not only is the town of Spindale celebrating their 100th birthday this year, one of the residents is also celebrating her 100th birthday. Lucille McDowell celebrated her birthday on September the 9th, and she is now 101-month-old. She received a birthday visit from Spindale Mayor Mickey Bland and a birthday card from President Joe Biden. Now, Lucille doesn't hear as well these days, and she needs a walker to move around her house in Spindale, but she has retained memories of a very rich life. She was the first child born to Will and Ollie McDowell. She would have 8 younger siblings. She had one son who sadly died more than 25 years ago. So happy birthday to Lucille McDowell, celebrating her 100th birthday along with the town of Spindale. Well, news from other areas. A Morganton man was killed in a crash on Interstate 40 in Iredell County on Saturday. Wesley Edward Mallory, 46 of Morganton, was driving a Ford Fiesta westbound near Stanley Farm Road when he failed to reduce speed and hit the back of a tractor trailer that was stopped in the right lane because traffic around noon, according to the press release from the North Carolina State Highway Patrol. The driver of the tractor trailer was not injured. All occupants were restrained by seat belts. Impairment is not believed to be a factor with the crash. I-40 was closed for about 2 hours for on-scene investigation, and no charges will be filed in this case. North Carolina for a swift water team this week. The training will take place between Catawba Meadows and Lake Rhodus. The swift water rescue teams with the North Carolina Army National Guard will be doing the training. Residents can expect to see personnel hoisted into helicopters, short-hauled below helicopters, and personnel in wetsuits in the waterways. Firefighters from Charlotte, several departments from across the state will spend hours along the Catawba River. Nighttime operations are expected to be conducted at Johns River, and residents are asked not to report any training they see as an emergency. Burke County Emergency Services says volunteers respond to dozens of rescues every year in the Linville Gorge and South Mountain State Park. Well, Catawba County Sheriff's deputies seized 9 kilos of meth from a travel stop parking lot and arrested 2 people from Georgia who are accused of trafficking the drug. The bust happened around 11 a.m. on Sunday morning at the Love's Travel Center parking lot on Highway 10 West. Gary Michael Turpin, 41, both of Georgia, were arrested and taken into custody. Turpin has been charged with trafficking methamphetamine, conspiracy to traffic methamphetamine, maintaining a vehicle for the purpose of manufacturing, selling, or delivering a controlled substance. Ashley has also been charged with trafficking methamphetamine, conspiracy to traffic methamphetamine, maintaining a vehicle for the purpose of manufacturing, selling, or delivering a controlled substance. Turpin and Ashley each received $150,000 secured bond, had their first appearances on Monday in the Catawba County District Court. Well, South Carolina developers' planned revitalization of one of Lake Norman's landmark waterfront sites would dump too much traffic onto already overloaded North Carolina 150 and should be denied, the Mooresville Planning Board advised on Tuesday night. The board voted unanimously against Columbia-based Arnold Family Corp's planned redevelopment of the shuttered Queens Landing Entertainment Complex. The site is beside the McCrary Creek access, and this is near the public boat launch near the Iredell-Catawba County line. If you go down in that area, you'll know what I'm talking about. Decorative items lay toppled on the miniature golf course at the closed Queens Landing Entertainment Complex on Lake Norman in Mooresville. Gone are the Catawba Queen and the Lady of the Lake dinner cruise boats. The board's vote followed a public hearing where 7 residents and a lawyer for an adjacent residential development said the project would further clog a highway already experiencing intolerable backups. We'll have more after this.
Are your auto insurance rates going too high? Most insurance rates have gone up, but Insurance Service Associates, we have one company that had just reduced some of its auto insurance rates. Many of our companies have changed their rating platforms to be able to offer more coverage for less money. That's what we try to do also. Call Insurance Service Associates for your auto and homeowners insurance. Insurance Service Associates, 245-5301, or drop by and see us at 245 East Main Street, Forest City.
Well, sadly, a 96-year-old man is facing attempted murder charges after police in Kentucky say he tried to kill his elderly wife who was suffering from dementia. Seymour Traffler, who lives in Berea, about 40 miles south of Lexington, Kentucky, was arrested after police say he tried to kill his 90-year-old wife on Friday, that according to court records obtained by USA Today. According to a police report, officers with the Berea Police Department responded to a home for a possible domestic violence situation and met a woman who told police her father had, quote, just snapped on her mother, unquote. The daughter told police she found her father standing over her mother in an apparent attempt to smother her, that according to the reports. The woman told police her father was trying to smother the victim for 15-20 minutes. Police said, and according to the report, the officer found the man's wife in a recliner sleeping with blood all over her nose and mouth. The husband told the officer he was laying in the same room with his wife and admitted he smothered her with a pillow because they did not have long to live, and his wife told him multiple times that she was ready to die. The husband, the report continues, also said that his wife suffers from dementia. That is hard to deal with. I know that from experience. A 96-year-old man is facing attempted murder charges after they reported that he did try to kill his wife suffering from the dementia. The clerk in the courts said that his bond has been listed at $25,000. A 19-year-old man pled guilty on Wednesday to third-degree murder in the death of a 15-year-old student shot last year in a school van outside a Pittsburgh school while waiting to go home. Eugene Watson also pleaded guilty in Allegheny Court to criminal conspiracy and 2 firearm charges in the January 2022 shooting death of Marquise Campbell. Watson, who was 17 at the time of the shooting, was charged as an adult. He is scheduled to be sentenced on January the 25th. His attorney declined to comment on the pleas outside the courtroom. Prosecutors withdrew charges against another teenager who they said was agitated delinquent in juvenile court on one conspiracy court count. Authorities said classes had just been dismissed at Oliver Citywide Academy, a special education center on the city's north side for students in grades 3 through 12, when 2 people approached the school van and fired into it. Campbell was hit and afterward pronounced dead at a hospital. Deputy District Attorney Stephanie Ramley told the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette that Campbell had been in several arguments with other youths in the months before the shooting. A man who was spared jail time after being found guilty of rape has had his conviction squashed at the Court of Appeal. Sean Hogg, 22, smirked as he left the Court of Criminal Appeal in Edinburgh after his conviction for raping a 13-year-old was overturned. Prosecutors admitted mistakes were made during the trial, during which he was accused of raping a 13-year-old girl multiple times in 2018 when he was 17. He was sentenced at the High Court in April, and Judge Lord Lake handed him 270 hours of unpaid work, adding that if he had been over 25, he would have been sentenced to 4 or 5 years behind bars. Former NFL football player Sergio Brown, who police reported missing last month following the fatal bludgeoning of his mother, was in police custody in Southern California yesterday in connection to her slaying. Brown was taken into custody while re-entering the United States through San Diego from Mexico, that according to the Maywood Police Department, the agency who reported Brown as missing last month. Now, he was aided by other local and federal law enforcement agencies to apprehend him. The San Diego Police Department also arrested him after a warrant was issued for the first-degree murder of his mother, 73-year-old Myrtle Brown, that according to the Maywood Police. On Wednesday, police said in the release that Brown was awaiting extradition to Illinois to face the homicide charges. Brown remains in jail without bond.
When you need to rent a piece of large equipment like a skid steer, a pickup truck, a passenger van, a cargo van, a box truck, a car trailer, enclosed trailer, or other various trailers, whatever size your hauling need is, call Rent-A-Heap Rentals today at 828-443-3833. They offer discounts for seniors, military, veterans, and public service. The hours are Monday through Friday, 8 until 5, Saturday and Sunday, 8 until 3. Remember, you pay for what you get, so it's always important to know what business you're dealing with. Rent-A-Heap Rentals is a locally owned family business right here in Rutherford County. They're located on Highway 64 at the corner of Hudlow Road in Rutherfordton. That's Rent-A-Heap Rentals. Go see them today.
Well, it's that time of year again. Security cameras captured a black bear running through a person's backyard in Burke County on Tuesday night, less than a mile from an elementary school. The owners of the home said they live about a quarter mile from Salem Elementary School in Morganton. I know exactly where that is. According to the North Carolina Wildlife Commission, black bears, which are described as non-aggressive animals, sometimes wander into residential areas in search of food. Now, because of that, officials say it is best to prevent them from gaining access to trash cans or human food. The North Carolina Wildlife also says that black bears use the fall months to put on additional weight prior to their hibernation. During those months, they can eat as much as 20,000 calories per day, up significantly from other times of the year. In North Carolina, black bears typically enter their dens between October and January. Black bears were once considered rare in North Carolina, but have since made what North Carolina Wildlife calls a remarkable recovery, with more than 17,000 bears estimated to be living across the state. Well, 2 women were miraculously found alive after their private plane crashed into a tree in Clayton County, Georgia. The Clayton County, Georgia Police Department said they found 2 injured women on the forest floor after they were dispatched to respond to a plane in distress late Tuesday night. The call came in at around 11:55 p.m., and officers were told the plane was running out of gas. It took officers over an hour to reach the area where the crash occurred before they found the 2 women at around 1:15 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Officers also advised residents to avoid the area. The women managed to leave the aircraft, and police said their injuries were non-life-threatening. A neighbor, Donnell Edwards, told WSB-TV that he heard a loud boom while watching television. He said he didn't know what happened. He just heard a loud boom outside, and then when he came outside, he saw all the ambulances and the police out. Police say they are still investigating the cause of the crash. Well, remember Mary Lou Retton, the gymnast who had the smile bigger than the state of Rhode Island? Well, American gymnast legend Mary Lou Retton is currently in the ICU battling what they're saying is a very rare form of pneumonia, that according to her daughter. On Tuesday, the Olympic gold winning medalist daughter, McKenna Kelly, asked for prayers and donations for her ailing mother on her Instagram story. The Instagram story says, "Hey everyone, on behalf of my sisters and I, we need y'all's help. My amazing mom, Mary Lou, has a very rare form of pneumonia and is fighting for her life. She is not able to breathe on her own. She's been in ICU for over a week now." Kelly revealed that her mother is not insured. Out of respect for her and her privacy, I will not disclose all details, that according to the daughter. However, I will disclose that if she does not have insurance, we ask that if you could help in any way that you can, you pray, and you could help us with finances for the hospital bill. Kelly started a fundraiser on Spot Fund to help pay for the medical expenses, as she wrote her mother is currently not able to breathe on her own. More than $52,000 has been raised by Tuesday evening, surpassing the fundraising goal of $50,000. Kelly went on to say, "Anything, absolutely anything, would be so helpful for my family and my mom. Thank y'all so very much." In 1984, Mary Lou became the first American woman ever to win the individual all-around gold medal at the Olympics. It's hard to believe she's 55. The 55-year-old retired in 1986, and in the years since has been focused on health, fitness, and raising her 4 daughters. Well, Dorothy Hoffner, 104 years old, from Chicago, whose recent skydive could see her certified by the Guinness World Book of Records as the oldest person to ever jump from a plane, has died. Hoffner's close friend, Joe Conant, said she was found dead Monday morning by the staff at the Brookdale Lakeview Senior Living Center. Conant said Hoffner apparently died in her sleep on Sunday night. Conant, who is a nurse, said he met Hoffner when he called Grandma at her request several years ago while he was working as a caregiver for another resident at the Senior Living Center. He said she had amazing energy and remained mentally sharp. On October the 1st, Hoffner made a tandem skydive that could land her in the world books as the world's oldest skydiver. She jumped out of a plane from 13,500 feet at Skydive Chicago in Ottawa, Illinois, 85 miles southwest of Chicago. Hoffner said, "Age is just a number," and that happened to be when she was a spry 100 years of age. Conant said he was working through paperwork to ensure that the Guinness World Book of Records certified. The current record was set in May 2022 by a 103-year-old man from Sweden. Conant said Hoffner didn't skydive to break a record. He said she had so thoroughly enjoyed her first jump that she just wanted to do it again. Well, out of Asheville, an Asheville man originally charged with first-degree murder alongside two others in the 2021 death of Joshua Silvers pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter on October the 4th in Buncombe County Superior Court. James Edward Benson Jr., 20, was sentenced to 64 to 89 months in prison. The district attorney's office announced on October the 4th Benson was arrested in July 2021, 2 days after Silver was shot and killed in Candler. He was originally charged with first-degree murder, possession of a Schedule I substance with the intent to manufacture, sell, or deliver, and trafficking in opium or heroin, according to the court records. Benson also had an outstanding possession of stolen motor vehicle charge. That was from 2019. Ted Beeson, defense attorney for Benson, said his client's drug charges were dismissed as part of the plea agreement because the lab came back it wasn't trafficking levels. Benson's possession of a stolen motor vehicle charge, which was unrelated to this incident, was consolidated voluntary manslaughter. So what did happen the day that Silvers was shot? Silvers, 27, was shot and killed outside a home on Davis Drive just after 12 noon on July the 26th, 2021. Deputies were dispatched at 12:30, according to a department spokesperson. Throughout the day, nearly 24 employees from the sheriff's office, including deputies, sergeants, a lieutenant, and a captain, worked on this case. Benson was one of 3 people charged in Silver's murder, that according to Terry Tyree Eddington and Alexis Marie Buckner, who was Silver's girlfriend, according to the family. Both Benson of Asheville and Buckner of Candler were 18 at the time of their arrest. Eddington of Asheville was 20 years old. Silvers was living with Buckner at her mom's home, but Buckner had recently broke up with Silvers and was kicked out of the house. Beeson told the Citizen Times on October the 5th, on the night of July the 26th, Buckner drove over to the house with Eddington and Benson to get some clothes. Beeson said Buckner had instilled fear in her friends regarding Silvers by characterizing him as a violent person. When they arrived at the home, Silvers walked up to the car. He was really ticked off, issuing threats that he was going to beat them up, that according to Beeson. Silvers then went into attack Tariq in the back seat, that according to Beeson. Beeson was the one who pulled the trigger, shooting and killing Silvers, that according to Beeson. Buckner, who was released from prison in 2021, had a bond hearing on October the 4th regarding her curfew. Beeson said she was set for trial unless she accepts a plea agreement. Eddington's charges were dismissed on October the 4th. Beeson said he should never have been charged with a crime in the first place. Family and friends posted tributes to Silvers on Facebook in the days following his killing. Sports from NCNN is coming up in just a minute, but first take a look at baseball. Last night, baseball action, the Braves dropped that game to the Phillies. Final score 10-2. That means we got a 4th game tonight. Game 4 will be Braves and the Phillies. Airtime will be 4:50, 6:07 first pitch. So we will skip that pregame show, but we will be there in plenty of time for that first pitch. First pitch at 6:07 this evening. Braves and the Phillies as we continue trying to get the Braves into the World Series this evening. Now, coming up on Saturday, if we need that extra game, the Braves and the Phillies will play at 4:50. But if the Braves don't play, we'll bring you UNC at Miami. Airtime will be 5:30 with a 7:30 kickoff, and you hear that game.
NCN Sports, I'm Chris Edwards. The Carolina Hurricanes opened the season with a win at PNC Arena on Wednesday night, beating the Ottawa Senators 5-3. Ottawa had back-to-back goals early in the third period to tie the game up at 3, but at 7:51, Brady Shea scored to break the tie, and Jacob Slavin added a goal 3 minutes later to put the game away. Mike Bunning had one of the goals, his first as a Canes player.
It felt good. Obviously, to get that one out of the way, it's always, it feels good any season to get the first one out of the way and get the monkey off your back. But it was a great play by the guys, and I was fortunate enough to be open and put it in.
The Canes' next 6 games are on the road, and that road trip opens Saturday in Los Angeles against the Kings. Puck drop is slated for 10:30 p.m. The Diamondbacks are in the NLCS for the first time since 2007 after completing a 3-game sweep of the 100-win Dodgers 4-2. Correspondent Dave Ferry.
Arizona advanced by belting a postseason record 4 home runs in a single inning as Geraldo Perdomo, Ketel Marte, Christian Walker, and Gabriel Moreno hit solo shots in the third. They came off Lance Lynn, who was chased in the third inning after allowing a Major League high 44 home runs in the regular season. 6 Diamondbacks pitchers combined on a 7-hitter and blanked Los Angeles until the 7th.
The Astros earning their 7th straight trip to the American League Championship Series. More now from correspondent Gethin Kuba.
The Houston Astros punched their ticket to their 7th consecutive American League Championship Series, beating the Minnesota Twins 3-2 to win their AL Division Series in 4 games. Jose Abreu hit his 3rd homer in the last 2 games to break a 1-all tie in the 4th inning, a 2-run blast to make it 3-1. Abreu spoke through an interpreter.
We need to understand it's a different year. Life will put some challenges out there for you and make it difficult for you, but this group of guys, they're all warriors.
The Astros will face the Rangers in an all-Texas ALCS. I'm Gethin Kuhlbaugh.
You're listening to NCN Sports.
Have you lost North Carolina Medicaid? At healthcare.gov, you can find a low-cost, quality health plan.
Do plans cover doctor visits?
What about emergency care?
And prescriptions?
All covered and more. Plus, with the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
1 in 6 kids go hungry in North Carolina every day. That's unacceptable and unnecessary. No-cost school meals can help. Kids that eat healthy do better in school. And when school meals are equally accessible, there's no stigma and no shame. Every child in every public school in North Carolina should have access to breakfast and lunch at no cost to their families. Learn more at schoolmealsforallnc.org. That's schoolmealsforallnc.org.
The Phillies took control of their series with the Braves. Correspondent Michael Longo reports.
The Phillies belted out 6 home runs in a 10-2 win over the Braves in Game 3 of the National League Division Series. 2 of those were by Bryce Harper, who put Philadelphia at the stay in the bottom of the 3rd with a 3-run home run. He added a solo shot in the bottom of the 5th.
There's nothing like it. Everybody's competitive that we play against, and I just really enjoy those moments and the opportunity to play this game and have those moments.
Aaron Nola picked up the win for the Phils, who lead this best-of-5 series 2-1. Michael Luongo, Philadelphia.
Atlanta now facing elimination as they take on the Phillies tonight at 8 p.m. North Carolina quarterback Drake May, NC State linebacker Peyton Wilson, and Louisville coach Jeff Brom headline the honorees of the Associated Press's mid-season report for the Atlantic Coast Conference. Chris Edwards, NCN Sports.
For 24-hour road service, you can always depend on Brands Wrecker Service. They offer small, medium, and large tow services, also computer diagnostic services, jump starts, lockouts, roadside assistance, fuel delivery, and they also sell interstate batteries. Brands has excellent customer service, has 42 years of experience, and experience counts. The cheapest isn't always the best route to go. Brad's is a locally owned business right here in Rutherford County. Debit and credit cards are accepted. Call 287-2111. That's 828-287-2111. Put the number in your phone. You never know when you'll need it. Brad's Wrecker Service, located on Highway 64 at the corner of Hudlow Road in Rutherfordton.
Hey, this is Cameron coming to you from the WCAB Weather Room with your weather forecast. Today's been partly cloudy with isolated showers, the highs near 75. So mostly clear overnight with lows around 55. For Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy with scattered showers with highs near 75. You can expect showers likely in the overnight hours, so mostly cloudy conditions with lows around 60. And for Saturday, it's going to be partly cloudy with showers likely with highs near 80. And that was your weather forecast here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB Rutherford 10.
And currently under cloudy, rainy skies, 57 degrees. And our morning obituary is being brought to you by Matt Mahan's Funeral Home and Cremation Services. Grady Perry Womack, 87 of Forest City, passed away on Sunday at Fairhaven Home in Boston. Grady was born in Rutherford County, served our country in the United States Navy, attended Wofford College, was a member of the Pleasant Grove United Methodist Church, survived by his numerous nieces and nephews. A graveside service is being held at 11 o'clock this morning at the Pleasant Grove United Methodist Church Cemetery. Online condolences may be made at harrelsonfuneralhome.com. Harrelson Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Grady Perry Womack, age 87 of Forest City. Riley Clay Weist, 20, passed away on October the 6th at Spartanburg Regional. Riley was born in Rutherford County, graduate of Chase High School, class of 2021. Upon his graduation, he worked for Builds Construction Company, survived by his brothers and sisters, Megan Smith of Watauga, Texas, Daughtry Mitchell, and Bailey Aiden Weist, both of Forest City. His grandparents, Gladys Kay and Dennis McGinnis of Forest City, Pat Weist of Rutherford County. His aunt, uncles, nephew, numerous cousins also survive. A memorial service will be held at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service, and this will be at the funeral home. An online guest registry is available at harrelsonfuneralhome.com. Harrelson Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Riley Clay Weist, age 20. Ed Jr. Lewis, 76 of Forest City, passed away on Monday at the Magnolia Lane Nursing and Rehab Center in Morganton. Ed was born in Rutherford County, member of the Church of the Nazarene, survived by his sons Rodney Lewis, Scott Lewis, his sister Louise Nanny, brothers Willard, Sam, and David Lewis. Also his grandchildren and great-grandchildren survive, and a host of nieces and nephews. Funeral services will be at 12 noon tomorrow at the Harrelson Chapel. The family will receive friends an hour before the service, and burial is private for the family at Eternal Hills Memorial Park. Online condolences may be made at harrelsonfuneralhome.com. Harrelson Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Ed Jr. Lewis, age 76 of Forest City. Sybil Burns, 84, Shelby, passed away on Monday at White Oak Manor, Shelby. Sybil was born in Pike County, Kentucky, a homemaker, also provided private home health care, member of the Goods Grove Baptist Church, survived by her daughter, Joanne Lamb, her son, Kenneth Hopkins, both of Mooresboro, her sister, Elizabeth Fields of Mansfield, Ohio, her niece, Loretta Whiting of Lexington, Ohio. Her grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren also survive. A visitation will be held from 12 until 2 on Saturday at Harrelson Funeral Chapel. Burial is private at Eternal Hills Memorial Park. Memorial donations may be made to the Goods Grove Baptist Church at Post Office Box 67, Mooresboro, North Carolina, 28114. Online condolences may be made at harrelsonfuneralhome.com. Harrelson Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements for Sybil Burns, age 84 of Shelby. Jesse James McKinney, 88 of Forest City, passed away on Friday, October the 6th at hospice. The family is holding a memorial service at 4 o'clock on Saturday at the St. Francis Episcopal Church in Rutherford. Burial will be in the church memorial garden. The family will receive friends following the service in the pariship hall of the church. Paget and King has an online guest registry available at pagetking.com. Paget and King Mortuary in charge of the arrangements for Jesse James McKinney, age 88 of Forest City. Wanda Johnson, 68 of Ellenboro, passed away on Friday at Haywood Regional Medical Center. Wanda was born in Cleveland County, survived by her children, Angela Friddle and Eric Dale Johnson, her brother, Robert Gordon Anders. Her nieces also survived. A memorial service will be held at 4 o'clock, that is today, at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service, and this will be at the funeral home. Online condolences may be made at harrelsonfuneralhome.com. Harrelson Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Wanda K. Johnson. Sandra Tomlin Jones passed away. She grew up in Rutherford County, attended R.S. Central High School, was a member of the women's basketball team, later co-founder of the Women's Basketball League at the Spindale House. She was employed at Scoggins Restaurant. There will be a celebration of Sandra's life at Crow's Mortuary Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. In lieu of flowers, contributions may be made to hospice of the Carolina Foothills at Post Office Box 336, Forest City, North Carolina, 28043. Online condolences may be made at crowmortuary.com. Crow's Mortuary in charge of the arrangements for Sandra Tomlin Jones. Charles Mack Logan, 82, of Rutherford, passed away on Tuesday at hospice. Born in Lincolnton, North Carolina, he participated in the 1984 Summer Shooting Olympics, where he was part of the various shooting clubs throughout North and South Carolina, where he won many competitions. He was also a member of the Piedmont Rifle and Pistol Club, Walnut Grove Shooting Club in Boston. Survived by his wife of 61 years, Ann Logan, his daughter, Anna Lane, his son, Charles Mack Logan Jr., his grandchildren and great-grandchildren also survive. The family will receive friends from 1 until 2 on Saturday at the Mount Vernon Baptist Church. Funeral services will be at 2 o'clock in the church on Saturday. Burial will be in the church cemetery. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the Mount Vernon Baptist Church at 2676 Hudlow Road, Forest City, North Carolina, 28043. Online condolences may be made at mattmahansfuneralhome.com. Matt Mahan's Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Charles Mack Logan. Betty Jean Goforth Pinson, 90, of Spindale, passed away on October the 10th at Fairhaven Home in Forest City after a long illness. A native of Rutherfordton, she was a homemaker, a Navy wife, survived by her daughter, Terry Smart, and husband, Stan, her granddaughter, also her brothers, Bob Goforth, John Goforth, and wife Yvonne, Warren Goforth, and wife Marcia. Many nieces and nephews, great nieces and great nephews also survive. The family will receive friends from 1 until 2 tomorrow at Matt Mahan's Funeral Home. Funeral services will be at 2 o'clock tomorrow at Matt Mahan's Funeral Chapel. The family would like to thank Fairhaven of Forest City and Hospice for their excellent care. Memorials may be made to the First Baptist Church of Spindale at 144 Stewart Street, Spindale, North Carolina, 28160. An online guest registry available at mattmahansfuneralhome.com. Matt Mahan's Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements for Betty Jean Goforth Pinson, age 90, of Spindale. Well, as autumn leaves and cooler weather and pumpkin spice echo amid the fall hustle and bustle, you might notice you become a victim to that all too familiar tickle in your throat. Well, we'll see what that's all about. Right after this, our obituaries this hour has been brought to you by Matt Mahan's Funeral Home. Matt Mahan's Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Rutherfordton has been a family business since 1953, offering care, dignity, honor, and unique opportunities for families to create a healing moment after a loss. John McMahon and his fine staff bring experience coupled with perspective to help in paying tribute in a traditional or unique way. Call 287-4715 or visit online today at www.mattmahansfuneralhome.com. There, you can view current obituary information or pre-plan for yourself or loved ones. Matt Mahan's Funeral Home offers healing to the community through burial and cremation services, grief support, whether it's a funeral or a memorial service. Matt Mahan's Funeral Home and Cremation Services knows the importance of ceremony and will guide you in honoring the life and memories of your loved one. Call Matt Mahan's Funeral Home and Cremation Services today at 287-4715 or visit them at 249 South Main Street in Rutherfordton.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-894-1244. 800-894-1244. 800-894-1244. That's 800-894-1244.
Listening to the radio, driving in your car. Radio gets results. Radio is there no
are 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
Yep, that's us. Right now, 57 degrees, cloudy skies, showers throughout the day. Well, as I said, as autumn leaves, cooler weather, and pumpkin spice echo amid the fall hustle and bustle, you might notice that you become victim to that all too familiar tickle in your throat. Fall and winter are what many experts deem upper respiratory virus season. And since so many illnesses typically spike in cases, so you may be wondering what your symptoms indicate. Is it COVID-19? Is it RSV? Do you have the flu? Maybe it's just a cold. These are all respiratory viruses, and they're very hard to tell them apart. That, according to Timothy Brewer, a professor of medicine and epidemiology at the University of California in Los Angeles, clinically, they can look identical, and it's getting harder and harder to get down to what is known as the respiratory virus season. Now, Brewer, who both teaches epidemiology and works as infectious disease doctor, says respiratory virus season typically starts in September and lasts until April. The CDC data showed a spike in COVID-19 test positivity rate in August and September, peaking as high as 14.6% on August the 26th and declining to 10.9% by September the 30th. Brewer said he anticipates RSV and flu infection rates to increase in the upcoming months. The key differences: COVID-19, flu, RSV, and the common cold. It's hard to know which virus you've come down with. And since many of the symptoms, such as fever, runny nose, sore throat, coughing, general fatigue, they overlap. But what are the differences? It's rare to have difficulty breathing with a cold or flu, and it can often be a symptom of COVID-19. Loss of taste or smell is sometimes a symptom of COVID-19, but very rarely present with the flu, cold, or RSV. It's not the cold weather that causes people to get sick, but Brewer says the cold temperatures create an environment that make it easy for all those various viruses to survive and spread. The viruses that cause the flu, COVID-19, RSV, and the common cold all survive better in lower temperatures. I thought it'd be different, no, but that's what I get for thinking. They all survive better in lower temperatures, that according to Brewer, but the single most important reason many of us come down with these illnesses during the winter months, we just spend more time indoors, that according to Brewer. These viruses tend to spread even more before people start to show symptoms, and with many people in closed proximity in cold, dry areas, it's easy for them to pick up from one person to the next. So, do you need to get tested if you think you're sick? Since the symptoms of all of these viruses are similar, do you really need to know what virus that you're really dealing with? Knowing if it's COVID-19, flu, or just a cold may not seem necessary for a lot of people who are healthy enough to recuperate at home, but Brewer says testing can still be useful information. He said it may not be important for you to know, but you might want to let your grandmother know. If you were with your grandmother over the last few days before you got sick, it might be useful for information for some of your family, your grandchildren, great-grandchildren, if you are around them in the house, just to let them know. With many people vaccinated or already having had COVID-19, there's an overall better immunity than in previous years, he said. He went on to say they might still get infected, they might still get sick, but they won't have the hospitalizations and deaths that would have had they had not been vaccinated. Now, while COVID-19 may come and pass for the average healthy person and mostly feel like the flu, for those who are elderly or have underlying health conditions or a COVID-19 infection, that could have a significant health consequence. He said that we've had 1.1 million deaths
There are plenty of
from
drugstores in Rutherford County, but not all of them
COVID-2
offer
over the last 3
personal
years.
customer service
That's almost
that
10
is offered
times
at the
higher
Medicine Box of
than during that
Rutherford.
time period
Laura Hodge and her
than what you
team
would
have
expect from
trusted
the influenza.
experience and professional
So,
service. You're not just
whether
a
they're
number to
alike,
them, you're a
that
friend.
both of these
Make the
viruses are
Medicine
very
Box
well
of
adapted for
Rutherford your
transmission from
hometown
person to person.
drugstore at
So they're not
200
going away,
Charlotte
but
Road
at
in
least compared to the
Rutherford. Open Monday
influenza
through Friday, 9 to
circulating right
6,
now.
Saturdays 9
If
to
you're
1.
experiencing shortness of breath,
287-7117.
Hey, this is
okay.
Cameron coming.
Medicine Box. I love the Medicine Box. While COVID-19, if you're experiencing shortness of breath and you can't breathe, if you develop confusion or you have an underlying lung or heart disease, Brewer is advising that you call a medical professional to figure out if you should be seen. What you need to know about vaccinations. Can you get a COVID booster and the flu shot at the same time? The best thing they are saying is to be up to date on your vaccinations. There are several things that you can do to stay healthy this season. And the good news is, Brewer said, that many of the measures you take to keep yourself safe from one virus to another also applies to the rest. Wash your hands, social distance, wear masks. And the single most important thing to do is to stay at home when you're sick and be up to date on your vaccinations. Experts say the best way to protect against serious illness from upper respiratory viruses this season is by staying up to date on your shots and stay at home if you are sick. Keep your children home from school. If they're sick, don't send them to school because it's just going to spread that much worse. So keep your children at home if they're sick. You stay at home if you're sick. And maybe we'll get through this cold and flu season without a lot of issues with flus and pneumonias and whatever else there is out there for us to catch. Well, some of the things going on in our area, the Pine Ridge Boys will be in concert Sunday evening, October the 29th at 6 o'clock at the Crestview Baptist Church. That's on Church Street in Forest City. The annual Mountain Creek Baptist Church Barbecue is this Saturday from 4 until 7. Adult plates are $12. Kids 6 to 12 eat free, and kids under 6. Kids 6 to 12, $6, and kids under 6 eat free. It's going to be movie night Friday, October the 27th at 7 o'clock at the Wilson Baptist Church. They'll have free popcorn and drinks, and everyone is invited to come to the movie. And in trading time, for sale, 16-foot heavy-duty Hudson trailer, $2,400. 5-shank 3-point ripper, $500. 9-shank 3-point ripper, $650. 429-5752. 429-5752. Also for sale, a Ruger 17 rifle, 447-5579. 447-5579. Someone has hay for sale, 447-4273. 447-4273. For sale, 2 Snapper riding mowers, 289-8257. 289-8257. Looking for a 2007 to 2009 Chevy truck, 828-829-3858. 828-829-3858. Someone has chicken nests for sale, 755-4289. 755-4289. Someone's looking for a small dog or a kitten. It's a retired person, and they're just looking for something to keep them company. 286-8626. 286-8626. An HP DeskJet printer for sale. 4 rods and reels. 473-1338 or 289-2994. Someone's looking for a car, an SUV, and at that same number, they want to babysit in home. 829-3859. 828-829-3859. And remember, if you do have some items you'd like to put on trading time, we have brought trading time back. So you can call in your items at 287-3356. Now's a good time to call. Tracy's here. She can take it down. 287-3356. We are bringing a lot of the things back that we had dropped, and we hope that you do. We hope you enjoy it. We've got the obituaries this morning at 11:30. And we will have the obituaries this afternoon. Before we go into Braves baseball, Braves game 4 today, Braves and the Phillies. Airtime will be 4:50, 6:07 first pitch. So we're going to not carry that pregame show, so we'll bring you the game. We'll be there plenty of time for that first pitch, 6:07. So we're going to go ahead and bring you the afternoon report with the obituaries, the community calendar, and with trading time. And that will be this afternoon just after 5 o'clock. Well, it's been 3 days, speaking of sports. Well, on Friday evening, Rossman football defeated Owen 48-21. You're thinking, what? Well, big deal. What? Well, this is the first year Coach Tyria Allen said in his phone call that his phone has not stopped buzzing. He said there's plenty of time to celebrate after Rossman snapped a 40-game losing streak. That's what made that ball game so special. 40-game losing streak was broken on Friday night. It was the Tigers' first victory since September the 6th, 2019, when the Tigers defeated Madison 40-12. Allen went on to say, "We're just so thankful. We're grateful. We hoped it would happen a little sooner, but we won't let that get us down, and we'll just keep working and trying to put our best foot forward." Junior running back and team captain Quentin Forbes says he's relieved after breaking the streak. He said it's eye-opening to see what we can do and what we should do every game. The Tigers defeated the Warhorses behind strong performances from Forbes, running back Jaden Ronaldo and their defense. Ronaldo rushed for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns on 23 carries. Forbes ran for 176 yards, 4 touchdowns on 17 carries. During the losing streak, Allen said the Tigers focused on small victories. The offensive line has started to trust each other. They were pivotal in Rossman's rushing attack that ran over 500 yards and 7 touchdowns against Owen. So congratulations to them for breaking that 40-game losing streak. Speaking of high school football Friday night, we've got high school football Friday night coming up Friday, and Mr. Friday Night, Jay Coombs, comes back for one night and one night only to help with the game. He'll be helping Ricky with the game. RS Central hosts East Rutherford. It is First Responders Night on the Palace. RS Central, East Rutherford, First Responders Night at the Palace. And Mr. Friday Night, Jay Coombs, will be at RS Central. So join us for high school football Friday night here on WCAB. Now, as I said on Saturday, if there is an extra game needed, the Braves and the Phillies, we will carry that game. Airtime will be 4:50 with a 6:07 first pitch. If at some point in between the correct games are won and we don't need that game on Saturday, we will bring you the Tar Heels in Miami. Airtime will be 5:30 with a 7:30 first kick.
Rutherford County, but not all of them offer the same personal customer service that is offered at the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Laura Hodge and her team